Good evening. This is Lurking Lately. Continuing our Pagan campaign. So we have a new king on the throne. He came on a little late, which is unfortunate. I also realized I probably should have gone like a military focus. The truth is he can go either way at this point. He only had like an 11 natural military skill, but with Mjolnir and the Filkirian crown, it gets up to 16, which is still higher than his natural learning. So I don't know which to do. The truth is, the last episode really showed how useful being in the Wolf Warriors was. I mean, yes, we defeated the Ummayads and the Caliphate together, but we wouldn't have been able to really capitalize on that as easily if we hadn't had those skills, to call to glory and the ability to refill levies and whatnot. So I think that I'm still going to throw him in the Wolf Warriors until we're at a safe point where we can raise enough levies to challenge the Holy Roman Empire or the Ummayyads. I still don't feel comfortable kind of taking the training wheels off, so to speak. So let's go ahead and join the Wolf Warriors. The other thing that I was thinking is that, we do have a betrothal to a genius woman. So we do want to keep that, but the longer we go without an heir, the more likely one of our family members is to try to murder us to get onto the throne. So, to that, well, first let's assign a guardianship for our brother, just that when he grows up he'll like us. And let's take a quick look also at the various dukes, and see if any of them are children that we can also assign guardianship to, or offer guardianship to. I don't really care about the tribals, if I'm being honest. Okay, well, one guardianship is fine. I could also see like who's got a son kind of coming up. He probably won't give us guardianship, but we can see if he'll. Okay, so he will. So let's take that. Since he doesn't like us that much, it'll also kind of, I think, put a truce on us. So what I was thinking is we're going to be in danger as long as we don't have an heir. Not maybe the heir, but an heir. But there's an easy way to get around it, especially now that we don't have to worry about succession, and that is we can take a concubine. So let's go ahead and search all, load filter 1, and just sort by age. Because again, it doesn't really matter if this is the perfect heir, it just matters that it's an heir. And we'll go by my religion. We'll find someone nice and young. These traits are pretty good. Or we could take someone younger and then always just set her aside when we're finally married. Yeah, let's just take her as a concubine. That way we can probably pop out a kid early and kind of make us a less of a target for murderers and whatnot. The good news is we don't have the baggage of our father. A lot of people are going to dislike us just based on our father, other stuff like that. But we'll deal with that when we deal with it. Let's also take a look at kind of where we are in terms of like army levies. So we can raise 15, a max of 15,000 right now. Currently, we can raise around 13,000, so it's not enough to attack the HRE. But it may be enough to attack the Ummayads. Let's take a look at the Ummayads. Because we really hurt them last time with the war. Like, these guys can only raise 8,000, and even if, a fellow Sunni comes in, like, let's say the Caliphate, he might do some damage. Hey, no problem, Sheogorath. Glad you could grab it. Welcome, by the way. I mean, we could risk an assault on the Ummayyads now. My fear is that, once again, the Abbazids will join. And we were able to pull it off last time. I'm not sure if that will be a possibility this time. You know why that is probably, Sheogorath. I'm guessing that whatever version of the mod you're trying to play, I'm guessing that it's for the most recent update, so you would need all the DLC, or you would need to find a version of the mod that's just for the base game. That would be my guess. I'm not 100% certain. But, you might... I think you're kind of at the point of either you're going to have to get the DLC or you're going to have to find an older version. And I bet if you find, wherever they distribute, I'm sure they have old versions. But I'm not 100% sure, so that's what I would do, though. I kind of feel like we should risk the war. Yeah, let's... okay, well, no, we shouldn't risk the war, and here's why. We've got a discontent council. We're probably going to have a... Oh, look, so the Civil War has gone down a bit, the danger of that. I mean, grabbing something like Toulouse or Gascon would be great. Maybe Gascon. Gascony. That's a fun run. Byzantium, especially like the early start, like the earliest one, it's probably the easiest version to play because you start off with just such high tech, and the only guy that can really challenge you are the Abbazids, and even them, like if you beat them once in a war, you can just kind of keep attacking and rolling them over. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm thinking about doing a Byzantine run myself. I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe we should attack the Ummayyads. We won't have a better chance in a while. And I don't know if the Abbazid Caliph will join. I mean, he's lost like half his army in the last war. And worst comes to worst, let's say we lose the war. We lose some prestige, we lose some money. I don't think it'd be the end of the world. What do you think, Sheogorath? Should I attack the Ummayyads? I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a holy war for Gascony. This could go very poorly. I'm not gonna lie. It all depends on whether the Abbasids join or not. Oh, we need the piety anyways. Okay, I guess we can't attack right away, but it's something we'll keep in the back of our minds. How about we hold off, we wait a little bit, and then see if we can't hold a Great Blood to get that piety, maybe get a bonus to fighting. Alright, so I'm in the Wolf Warriors. Okay, now, so the good thing is that since we have the bloodline, we occasionally get great warriors. So whenever you get kind of a pop-up like that, you just want to go to your council, minor titles, and get the, you know, switch out your worst commander for whoever just came in. See, this guy's a 20. Absolutely, you're in. Let's let just time run forward. And around December, we'll take a look, see if we can hold a Great Blood. Now, the reason why I'm not raiding in the meantime is I kind of want to get my levy up to full strength. Alright, it looks like the Holy Roman Empire is at war with someone. So they're attacking... Alright, so they're... Maybe while they're distracted, we can come in and attack them. A lot of options here. We can also finally usurp the Duchy of Aquitaine, so we're going to do that. And grant him the Jarldom of Aquitaine. And we can hold a Great Blood. So let's just take a quick look at our prisoner situation, see if there's anybody we can get money off of. Yeah, the only guy that we could probably get money off of is our, well, I guess at this point, our uncle. But he's going to stay in prison forever. Because he is far too dangerous. Far too dangerous to let out. Actually, he's not that bad. We'll hold on to him for now, though. Let's hold the Great Blood. What do you mean, change your character thing? Like, do a custom king? There is a DLC for that. I believe it's called, like, Custom King Creator or something like that. You should be able to find it on Steam. Alright, let's see who's plotting against us. Alright, we're not going to do anything. I don't think it's free, but I think like honestly, I think it's like between $2 and $4. I usually wait till there's a Steam sale to get all the DLC. Alright, so we got the morale of army. It looks like there's a civil war in the Umayyad Emirate. So, I think our, you know, actually he's got 13,000 men. Maybe we hold off? Yeah, I don't know how he goes from like 4,000 to 13,000 all of a sudden. It's very, very strange. I mean, we do have more men than him. So we could conceivably do it. You know, I actually don't mind it. I mean, let's put it this way. This game came out in, like, 7 years ago. And they're still providing new content for it. And you don't really need it. You know. And, you know, I'll admit, for games like EU4, it's a little ridiculous. Because at this point, they're not even really adding, like, new content. They're just adding, like, buffs and calling them flavor packs. Or, like, culture packs or whatever. So, like, it's gone out of hand with EU4. But for CK2, except for Sunset Invasion, which I never purchased in the first place, you know, every single DLC I got, I felt like I got my money's worth. You know, it adds enough changes to the game and keeps it fresh enough that it keeps me interested. But, you know, I understand not everyone likes it. You know, to each their own. But for games like this and Stellaris, I think it's on point. A little overboard with EU4, though. In my opinion. So maybe we should wait out. Maybe we wait just a little bit longer before going to war. Maybe he'll burn some troops attacking this guy. But this revolt isn't very big. Hey, I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break, Shiagorth. Let me know. Okay? So basically, I'm thinking about attacking the Ummayads for Gascony. They got 13,000 men, and we've got, you know, 14,000, close to 15,000. My one fear is that the Abbazids will join like last time. Let me know what you think. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm kind of torn here. Okay, I think we should risk it. Worst case scenario is we lose a bunch of money and prestige and moral authority. And I think we can beat them. You know, based on the fact that we beat them last time and the odds were worse. So let's declare war. Oh, hell. Is there a great conquest option? Oh. There's a great conquest option. Let's look at the kingdoms here. A great conquest of Aquitaine would be awesome. And I don't even think you can call in allies for a great conquest. Let's take a look at the rules. We don't have the prestige to lose or the piety. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, let's do a holy war for Gascony, and hope that with the buffs that we have right now, and the fact that the Abbazids may not join. Let's hope we can pull it off, huh? Now, the one thing I'm worried about is we'll lose a bunch of dudes, and the size of the factions will shift to the point, and also people will be unhappy about raised levies. So that's a concern. But I don't know. I feel like now's like I feel like we should risk it. I'll probably end up regretting this very soon. But I already pushed the button, so there you go. I think we got everybody. I think this is a good-sized army to start. It's kind of sad that our general is the best one we can pick right now. It's not good. Let's head on down. Let's get rid of all these ships so they don't cost us a bunch of money. Where that last fleet is. Oh, it's over here. So the question is, which way do we want to go? We're still really under the vassal limit. Although now would be the time to tackle it. My fear is that we'll become lunatics if we go the culture path for technology. And we are kind of behind on technology for culture advances. Of course, military advances would help us, it would help us right now because we are fighting a lot. Let's take military one last time, and then we'll worry about others. So we'll wait until this guy's movement locked into like Armagnac. And then we'll go attack him, I think. There we go. Let's reorganize ourselves one last time. Let's take him out. We will be fighting into mountains, but we have such a large force. Not too worried about it. Alright, well, so far, Abbasids have decided not to join, so that's a good thing. Alright, getting brawny. Nice. Okay, so we've taken out that smaller army. Let's all meet up in Armagnac, and we'll just kind of go straight through. We are suffering attrition, so as soon as we can, we'll just assault. Because we're going to lose guys anyways on the attrition tick. And now that we're no longer suffering attrition, because we lost all those men, we'll just sit around. Alright, so it looks like the Caliph did join. Maybe we should now let's hold off. Let's be smart about this. I'm kind of torn in the strategy in that should we rush the sieges to force him to peace before the Caliph can march his armies over, or will that just kill all our men and leave us in a bad position for when the Caliph's... Come on, diligent. No diligence. How am I a kinslayer? Did I kill my uncle? Oh, yuck. I guess I should have paid attention to who I was sacrificing during the blot. Alright, so we've got 2 kinslayers in a row. Oh, Lord. It just never ends. Let's wait till this guy's movement locked and we'll take him out. I gotta stop killing my family members. It's just not good. We'll speed up time a little bit. Of course we got rebels. Why not, right? Not like we're doing anything important. They're all the way the hell up in Finnmark. Um, we'll deal with them later. Let's take care of this war first. Then we can always get a bunch of boats. Whenever you can, if it's not your people, try to lower their ability to have intrigue. Let's hang out here in the mountains. Hopefully they'll fight us. If not, we can try to fight them in the plains. I don't see any river crossing penalties either, so let's wait until they're movement locked. Alright, we can take this fight. He's got money. Let's keep him. He also has money. Let's keep him. Money. And now we just finish off this main army here. It should give us the war score that we need. Yeah, let's make a move. Let's take the logistics. We also took the wrong part of the army out. That's a bummer. I guess that's a lesson. You know, when these people are retreating, take an eye where the bulk of the army's going. Don't assume. I assumed, and that was bad news for me. This guy's got money too. Let's keep him. We should get there before they do. Because we do have... no, I guess not. We'll keep him as well. And he's got money too, so we'll keep him. The Civil War's over, but it's kind of served our purposes. Man, all these guys are super rich. Okay, so a portion of the army is going to, we're going to go to the one that's going to Navarra, since that's the largest army. Time to duel. Yeah, let's duel. This guy doesn't have any money, no lands or anything like that. Let's sacrifice him to Odin. He has money, so we'll keep him. Nope. Sacrifice to Odin. Let's get in there. It looks like we're not getting any more for war score, so let's just take out these remainders and we'll just siege down the rest. Alright, so we'll offer peace, and of course our demands. And we actually don't even have, like, children to give stuff, or siblings to give stuff away to family members, I should say. So that'll make distributing lands easier. Let's give away all the temples first. Also, let's make sure we're not getting rid of, like, our... Okay, so we're good there. Yeah, okay. Now let's give away our cities. Again, I like to give cities to people who are envious or ambitious or both. They really can't raise much of a levy to cause much of a problem. You know, since they're not under us, we don't care about opinion penalty. I'm skipping over these guys with crowns because they stand a chance to inherit other lands. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Probably search by realm as well. Now, just because they have those crowns, it doesn't mean they're going to inherit. But I like to keep everything as separated as possible, just to avoid, accumulation of power. If you don't want to be as anal retentive as me, that's fine. I don't know how much it really affects gameplay, but it is the way that I play, so. Alright, now let's just check what's the capital. Is it Armagnac? Yeah. So we'll give away the other stuff. Now, I guess if we wanted to have better generals, and that's something to consider, we could always give the duchies away, the capital duchy and the duchies away to people with high military skill. I do prefer giving it to people, giving land in general to people with high stewardship skill, because they're more likely to culture convert, and they make more money, so that means they kick up more money. But, to each their own. There is some sense to getting some powerful generals out there. I mean, the flip side of that again is that if those generals decide to be rebellious against you, well, then then you got a problem on your hands. All right, so we'll give it to this content guy. And we can create the Duchy of Gascon, so we'll do that. And we'll give it to this guy. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're going to take down all our vassal levies. Move our guys over here. We'll raise up all our ships, our personal ships. And bring them down here, and we'll deal with these two rebellions. So this one looks like it sorted itself out. And then this one way up here, we'll deal with him shortly. It also looks like we can appoint a new commander, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, this guy's pretty good. I doubt we have enough, yeah, I guess we have to disband our troops before we can declare war again. What we can do is we can take and split off the retinue. And so we'll just march our retinue up to our capital. And we'll take our levy. And go deal with this rebellion up here. Oh, look. It looks like there's a rebellion here in Aquitaine. That's good. If they become free, they'll most likely be Catholic, and we can holy war them for some free land. And let's lower the fleets, just so we don't have to pay that extra money. They're movement locked to coming to us in the mountains. Alright. So that revolt's over with. The good thing about the revolts is when you put one down, you get a negative 1% chance to future revolts for like a set time. So that's helpful. So I guess we can look and say, hey, can we truce break? Unfortunately, our council will be against it. And it's like 1 to 6. So I don't want to get the tyranny penalty on top of being a familial kinslayer. Let's take a look at the Holy Romans, see what they're up to. Yeah, they're way too powerful for us. I think what we can do is we can go out and start raiding. And there's some good land here. It also looks like that kingdom's suffering a little bit of a rebellion. But this is a good start. It looks like there might be a civil war. Maybe we should hang out. At least no one's trying to murder us right now. Yeah, no one's trying to murder us, so that's not bad. We've also got, like, I guess, slightly better diplomacy than our dad. We're gonna have to work on that as a family. Let's take a look at our intrigue, see who we can ransom off and banish for the money. I bet if we take a look at our council, they're all going to be pissy with us. Ooh, they all owe favors to everybody. Look at this guy. He bought off the entire council. If that's how you want to spend your money, fine. As long as you don't overturn my laws. Let's wait for some of that sweet cash to roll in. Okay, so we got about 1,000 in the bank. That'll be helpful in case any of these rebellions pop off. It's really bad that I started this off by being a kinslayer. You know, I think if you kill someone for religious reasons, that shouldn't count, right? They should give you some kind of warning pop up. I guess that you should also probably read all the tooltips, everything when you do it. I think I'm going to end it here. Nice short one. It looks like we've kind of sorted things out for the moment. Unfortunately, we are a kinslayer, so we'll have to think about that. All right, I'm going to end it here.